Welcome to Next Level Leadership. Most leaders focus on the wrong skills. They read the same books, follow the same advice, and still struggle to stand out. But what if I told you there are 5 leadership skills that the best in the world use, yet almost no one talks about? These skills are not just theories. They are the secret weapons of the most influential leaders. Today, we're going deep into these hidden skills and, more importantly, how you can apply them to lead like the best. Decoding silence, the power of what's not said. Most leaders focus on what people say, but the best ones understand what's not being said. Silence is a powerful tool, and if used correctly, it can be more revealing than words. The ability to read between the lines, to understand pauses, hesitations, and body language separates good leaders from exceptional ones. Why silence is a leadership superpower. We live in a world that rewards those who speak the loudest. However, the most powerful leaders know that real influence often lies in strategic silence. When you learn to decode what people aren't saying, you gain a deeper understanding of their true thoughts, fears, and motivations. Leaders who master silence control conversations, negotiations, and decision-making processes at a whole new level. Example: Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, is known for his ability to use silence strategically. In high-stakes meetings, he deliberately leaves long pauses after asking questions. This forces people to think deeply before they speak, and often leads to more truthful and insightful responses. How to apply it in leadership. After asking an important question, resist the urge to fill the silence. Let it linger. Pay attention to nonverbal cues. Are people crossing their arms, avoiding eye contact, shifting in their seats? Anticipatory thinking, predicting the future. Before it happens. The best leaders don't just react to problems. They anticipate them before they happen. They develop a mental radar that allows them to foresee opportunities and threats before anyone else. This skill allows them to stay ahead of the competition and shape the future instead of merely reacting to it. Why anticipatory thinking is essential. Most people only deal with problems when they arise. Great leaders, however, operate in the future. They think 5, 10, or even 20 moves ahead, predicting changes before they become obvious to everyone else. Leaders who master this skill avoid crisis mode. They rarely get blindsided because they already have contingency plans in place. They use predictive insights to stay ahead in business, politics, and personal decision-making. Example: Sheryl Sandberg, former COO of Meta, Facebook, was one of the first executives to push for social media monetization. While others saw platforms like Facebook as mere social tools, she predicted that businesses would one day depend on digital advertising. Under her leadership, Facebook became an advertising powerhouse, generating billions in revenue. How to apply it in leadership? Always ask, what's coming next? What's the next big shift in my industry? Use data tools like Google Trends to spot upcoming patterns before they go mainstream. Energy management over time management. Most leaders try to manage their time with packed calendars, but the most effective ones manage their energy instead. It's not about working more hours. It's about working when your energy is at its highest. Leadership is a game of stamina, and those who manage their energy strategically perform at a much higher level. Why energy management is the key to peak performance. Time management is a flawed concept. The reality is, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What separates top performers from average ones is how they manage their energy levels throughout the day. Leaders who understand their energy cycles work with their natural strengths instead of fighting them. They structure their day around their peak productivity periods, leading to better decisions and higher performance. Example: Richard Branson, the billionaire founder of Virgin Group, structures his day around his energy peaks. He schedules his most critical tasks in the morning when his energy is highest. By contrast, he reserves afternoons for lighter meetings, exercise, or creative brainstorming. How to apply it in leadership. Identify your peak energy hours. When do you feel most productive and creative? Use the 90-minute rule. Work in highly focused 90-minute bursts, then take a break. Tactical empathy, the art of smart, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is key, but the best leaders go one step further with tactical empathy, knowing when to show empathy and when to use logic to influence others. Tactical empathy allows you to connect with people, gain trust, and make smarter leadership decisions. Why tactical empathy matters. In leadership, too much empathy can be as dangerous as too little. Great leaders know when to listen, when to sympathize, and when to shift to pure logic. Tactical empathy is about balancing connection and influence, ensuring emotional intelligence doesn't cloud critical thinking. Example: Angela Merkel, former Chancellor of Germany, demonstrated incredible tactical empathy during the European refugee crisis. She balanced compassion for refugees with the political realities of integrating them into society. How to apply it in leadership? Listen more than you speak in key meetings. Use phrases like, "If I were in your position, I'd feel the same way," to build trust. Reframing failure, turning setbacks into strengths. Great leaders don't just learn from failures, they turn them into strategic advantages. Every setback is an opportunity to refine, adapt, and come back stronger. But the difference between good and great leaders is their mindset toward failure. Why reframing failure is critical for leadership success. Many people view failure as the end of the road. Great leaders see it as just another step toward success. They don't fear failure because they understand that every failure brings valuable insights. Resilient leaders build companies, teams, and careers by transforming obstacles into stepping stones. Example: J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 different publishers before she finally got a deal for Harry Potter. Instead of giving up, she used each rejection as fuel to improve her work. Today, she's one of the most successful authors in history. How to apply it in leadership. Keep a failure journal. Document your setbacks and what you learned from them. Adopt a curiosity over blame mindset. Instead of feeling defeated, analyze what went wrong and how you can improve. Mastering the art of strategic patience. Most people confuse patience with passivity. But in leadership, patience is a strategic advantage. The best leaders know when to act fast and when to wait. Impatience can lead to poor decisions, while well-timed patience allows leaders to seize opportunities at the perfect moment. Why strategic patience matters. Rushing into decisions often leads to mistakes. Great leaders play the long game, understanding that timing is everything. They don't let pressure force them into premature decisions. The best leaders know that waiting for the right opportunity is often more powerful than immediate action. Example: Warren Buffett, one of the world's greatest investors, is a master of patience. He waits for the perfect opportunity before making an investment, even if it takes years. His ability to resist short-term temptations has made him one of the wealthiest individuals in history. How to apply it in leadership. Understand the power of timing. Some decisions require immediate action, others need patience. Learn to tell the difference. Resist the pressure to react. Don't let urgency force you into premature decisions. The power of selective attention, focusing on what truly matters. The greatest leaders are not the ones who do the most, but the ones who focus on what truly matters. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Mastering selective attention is the key to cutting through the noise and making high-impact decisions. Why selective attention is a leadership superpower. We live in an age of information overload. Leaders are bombarded with emails, meetings, notifications, and endless decisions. Without focus, their energy gets scattered, leading to burnout and poor choices. Leaders who prioritize effectively make the most impactful decisions without wasting energy on trivial matters. Example: Elon Musk applies extreme focus by prioritizing only the most important projects. He is known for eliminating unnecessary meetings and distractions, so he can dedicate his time to engineering breakthroughs. How to apply it in leadership. Ask yourself, what truly moves the needle? Focus only on high-impact tasks. Eliminate the non-essential. Remove unnecessary meetings, emails, and distractions. Developing a resilient mindset. Thriving under pressure. Host. Motivational. Leadership is not just about skills, it's about mindset. The most successful leaders don't break under pressure, they thrive in it. They turn stress into fuel, obstacles into opportunities, and chaos into clarity. Why resilience is a leadership game changer. Leadership is tough. Challenges will come, criticism will be constant, and setbacks are inevitable. Resilient leaders are the ones who rise above adversity and keep pushing forward. They maintain clarity and focus even in high-pressure situations. Resilience is what separates leaders who burn out from those who continue to inspire and lead through uncertainty. Example: Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison but emerged stronger, becoming one of history's greatest leaders. He didn't let hardship break him. Instead, he used it to build mental strength. How to apply it in leadership. Develop a growth mindset. See challenges as opportunities to learn, not as failures. Reframe stress as fuel. High-pressure situations can either break you or make you stronger. Are you ready to lead like the best? Leadership is not about having a title or authority. It's about mastering the skills that truly make an impact. The difference between average leaders and extraordinary ones is their ability to balance agility and consistency while adapting to the ever-changing world. The question now is, are you ready to implement these skills? Final key takeaways. Decoding silence. Great leaders understand what's not being said. Use silence as a tool to gain deeper insights. Anticipatory thinking. Predict the future before it happens. Stay ahead by preparing for multiple scenarios. Energy management over time management. Focus on managing your energy, not just your schedule. Your peak hours determine your productivity. Tactical empathy. Know when to use emotional intelligence strategically. Connect deeply, but make decisions with both empathy and logic. Reframing failure. Turn setbacks into strengths. The most successful leaders see failure as feedback, not defeat. Strategic patience. Learn when to act fast and when to wait. Timing can be the difference between failure and success. Selective attention. Focus on what truly matters. Cut distractions and make high-impact decisions. Resilient mindset. Leadership is about staying strong under pressure. Use challenges as stepping stones for growth. The greatest leaders are not those who simply react to change, but those who anticipate and lead it, never losing sight of who they are and what they stand for. Every great leader started somewhere. The difference between those who stay average and those who rise to the top is action. You now know the hidden skills that world-class leaders use? Will you start applying them today? If this video gave you a new perspective on leadership, let me know in the comments. Which of these skills will you start using first? And if you want to keep growing as a leader, make sure to subscribe to Next Level Leadership for more insights that will take your leadership game to the next level. The world needs great leaders. Make sure you're one of them.